I don't think most people waste their life because they don't do enough. I think many people waste their life because they keep giving their time, energy, space, and identity to the wrong things. And the difficult part is that those things often look normal or even impressive. In the past, adding more probably made life better for many people. More options, more comfort, more tools, more ways to connect with people. If life was missing something important, then adding the right thing most likely would improve it. But today, for many of us, the default, the baseline of modern life is already so incredibly full. We already have more things than we can properly use, more information than we can process, more expectations and goals than we can realistically focus on, and more lifestyles being shown to us every day. So what I've realized over the years is that when something feels off, in today's world, the answer is often not to add another thing on top, even if that would feel natural. A lot of the time, a better life comes from reduction, from simplifying. Because simplifying changes the feeling of normal life. It is the difference between waking up already behind on all these goals that you have set for yourself and knowing what really matters today. When you remove enough of that extra, you start seeing what is actually important and what only feels important because it has always been there. That is why sometimes I find it helpful to ask myself, if this thing were taken away from me, what would actually change? Because with some things, everything would change, of course. Like if something happened to my family or my child, that would change my whole life. Those are the kind of things where life before and life after would feel completely different. But then there are many other things that can feel very important in my mind, even though, if I'm being honest, they would not really change who I am. Like if one of my money savings goals disappeared, would everything change? Probably not. If people forgot one of my past achievements, would everything change? If I no longer had something I own, some nice object, some hobby I once identified with, some title, would my actual life fall apart? Probably not. And I think that is quite helpful to notice because so many things feel important only because we keep treating them as important. We give them this weight in our mind and then we start protecting them as if they are part of our actual self. But when you really look at it, a lot could be taken away and nothing major would change. You might feel uncomfortable, your plans might need to adjust, but your character would still be there, your values would still be there. The way you treat people, those things would still be there. Every choice supports something, whether you like it or not. Another thing I have realized more and more is that we don't really do things only for ourselves. We like to call many things a personal choice because it makes the whole thing feel easier, like this is my money, my time, my home, my body, my life, so it only affects me. But I do think a lot of choices are personal only on the surface. Like what I buy is not only about me buying something. It is also connected to the people who made it, the resources that went into it, the waste it creates later, and sometimes even the pressure other people feel when this kind of lifestyle becomes the new normal. If I bring stress home every day, it doesn't just stay inside me. It becomes part of the atmosphere other people have to live in. If I chase status symbols even without meaning to, I might make someone else, especially kids, feel like that is what they need as well to be happy. So modern life teaches us to ask, what do I want all the time? And that is a useful question sometimes, but in my opinion, a better question is, what does this choice support? That is what I keep asking myself a lot, because every dollar, every action, every habit in some small way supports something. That's why for me it's easier to stay a minimalist, because I understand the big picture, what my life is feeding, what it is encouraging and what it is leaving behind. What's my legacy as a minimalist versus a maximalist? A simple life is not only about making my own life lighter, it can also mean passing on less damage and more healing to other people, animals, and the world around me. And I don't say this to make life feel heavy, because I don't think that we need to carry the whole world on our shoulders, but I do think it is good to remember that our choices matter more than we often realize. And that is also why I'm happy to partner with Planet Wild for this video. Planet Wild is a community of over 25,000 members where people come together to support real missions that protect nature. Because when it comes to protecting nature, it can feel like there's only so much we can do alone. One person can make better choices, consume less, waste less, and try to live more intentionally, and of course that matters, but when people come together, the impact becomes much bigger. Every month, we as a community fund a new mission, from protecting oceans to restoring forests and helping endangered species. And what I really appreciate is that they don't leave you wondering where your money goes. Every mission is documented in a video right here on YouTube, so in less than 30 days we can see what the community helped make possible. In one of their latest missions, they helped build a huge wildlife corridor from Yellowstone to Yukon for species to move safely in their habitat. I'm now a Planet Wild member as well. It's a simple and rewarding way to help leave this place a little better than we found it and help the parts of nature that don't really have a voice of their own. You can choose whatever amount feels right for you, big or small, and the first 100 people who sign up using my code SUNNY6 will get their first month paid for by me. Just scan the QR code or use the link in the description and become part of this amazing community. Stop dabbling, start committing. Looking back, I can see that a lot of the best things in my life did not come from trying more and more things. They came from finally committing to something long enough for it to become part of my life. Things became meaningful because I stayed with them. And I think that is something I did not understand when I was younger. I thought the important part was finding the right thing. So the right person, the right path, the right idea. But a lot of the time, the right thing only becomes right because you stop treating it like an option you can replace every time you don't feel like it. I like thinking about different possibilities. I like keeping doors open. But if you keep every door open, you are never really walking through one. My relationship did not become what it is because of one perfect romantic moment. It wasn't love at first sight. It became what it is because of many small choices repeated over time. Staying, listening, learning, apologizing, trying again, building trust. And in a way, I think this serious relationship was one of the first areas of my life where I really learned what it means to go deeper into something. Because when you stay with someone for years, you also start seeing yourself more clearly. You see your own insecurities, the way you react, the way you avoid things, the way you struggle to communicate sometimes. So it wasn't only that I found a person that I want to be with. Through that relationship, through that commitment, I also found many parts of myself that I probably would have kept running away from if I had always chosen the easier path. The same thing with friendships. The good ones are not built only by having fun once or twice. They come up from showing up over the years, remembering things, checking in and making time. And this channel is probably one of the clearest examples for me. It did not become anything because of one video or one burst of motivation. It became something because I kept coming back to it week after week, year after year. Sometimes inspired, sometimes tired, but I just kept showing up. I committed. And I think this is hard in modern life because we are constantly shown new options. You can open your phone and within a few minutes you see someone living in a completely different way, building a completely different business, moving to another country or changing their home. So instead of going deeper into the life you already chose, you keep looking around for a new direction. I think that is a very easy way to waste years without noticing. And I get why it's easy to do it, because starting something gives you energy. You get to imagine a new version of yourself, and staying with something all the time is not as exciting. It is just you doing the same thing again and again, even after it has become normal. But sometimes the most life-changing thing is not finding another new path. Sometimes it is finally respecting the path you already chose. When you are sure, stop dabbling and start committing. Because when you commit, you start experiencing things in a whole new way. So do not waste my life. I want to keep coming back to these few simple things. Remove what doesn't need to be there. Notice what my choices are supporting, and when something truly matters, whether it's your health, a skill, a promise you made, a place you care about, or a small dream you keep coming back to, stop treating it like something disposable and give it enough time to grow into something real. Don't forget to check out Planet Wild using the link in the description and my code SUNNY6 to get your first month paid for by me. You can also watch the mission building a wildlife corridor in North America here to see what their work actually looks like in practice. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. See you in the next one.